I rank the most popular locations to invest into Airbnbs by individual location. We're gonna start with the worst one. It's Class F, and it's California. The reason that I don't invest into California, number one, is because of regulation. It's one of the most volatile states in the entire country for regulation. The taxes are ridiculously high. The regulation at the state level and also local municipalities make it very, very challenging. And then the last one is really just the cost. The barrier to entry is ridiculous. You can take those same dollars and invest in better locations and get a higher return on investment. D tier, metropolitan and urban areas, very similar to what we just talked about in California, are very, very challenging. I live in a market, Nashville, Tennessee, that was #1 in the world from 2013 to 2017, and I never invested there because of the volatility with the regulatory standpoint. These are things that we have to consider when we're underwriting properties. Look, it's great to have all the traffic and population in San Diego, that's tough. Honolulu, that's tough. Dallas, Philadelphia, they've all had major issues. And then, my God, let's talk about Manhattan. Pretty much banned everything under 30-day minimums. So keep that in mind when you're looking to invest. That's why I've got a big X for metropolitan areas. C tier is a place like Las Vegas, all the big lights, the strip, everybody loves it, but you know what? It's saturated. I don't say that a whole lot, but most people are investing like into MGM condos, doing 1 and 2 bedrooms in that market. It's really hard to find 4, 5, 6 bedrooms to stand out inside the city limits. So you need to look at going to southern Utah, Mesquite, those tertiary markets, those secondary markets where I invest, if you want to max out your ROI. B tier, these are those secondary markets that I love that have massive growth potential. I'm right here in front of Glacier National Park. I just bought a 2-bedroom condo, paid $950 for it less than a year ago. It's already worth $1.15 million. And it's a sleepy market that people are not talking about. 20 minutes away, Whitefish, Montana. I invested there as opposed to Bozeman or Big Sky because the barrier to entry, lower cost to get in, and doing equivalent or even higher revenue. Find those tertiary and secondary markets that are gonna have growth, and that's why it's a B market. A tier, secondary and tertiary markets like Bethel, Maine. A lot of people want to go to Aspen, Vail, even Sugar Mountain or Beach Mountain where I own properties, but Bethel is a place that has a vibrant, you know, kind of Sunday River budding ski resort. Think about Luray, Virginia. In the mountains, cabins, you can literally get A-frames there for $300,000 to $400,000. It'll do $100,000 a year in revenue, and it's an hour away from Washington, D.C. Deadwood, South Dakota, nobody's talking about that. Angel Fire, New Mexico, another ski market, has pockets of regulation, so you just got to be careful when you go there, but Tier A is a place for you to be looking. And YouTube thinks you'll like the video on the screen, so I'll see you over there. S tier, I mean, it's national parks. I'm here right now. I literally own a condo that's 3 miles from the entrance to this right here, and it's a luxury space that does not exist outside of that condo complex. Whitefish, Montana, growing, budding community. There's a reason I've invested into Gulf Shores versus Destin. I've invested into Western North Carolina, the Banner Elk area versus going into the Smokies because they have faster potential for growth. It's lower cost to break into that market, and I'm getting higher rents like in Banner Elk than what I would get with that equivalent property in the Smokies. Faster appreciation and incredible tax benefits. Look, going through each one of these tiers is critical to your learning curve if you want to become a super sound investor. There's a reason that I stay out of California, that I stay out of metropolitan areas, that I look at the regulatory components and the history of the regulation in each one of those markets before I invest. Also, nobody in our industry talks about evaluating historical appreciation starting pre-COVID, through COVID, and post-COVID, because if you really want to max out your return on investment, you got to think about tax benefits. You need to think about the regulations and the volatility when you go into a market. You need to think about principal pay down on your banking side and also your appreciation. That's how you can max out your super properties to get maximum return.